What's up, guys? It's Jimbo here, and we have a content update coming soon from Blizzard. This content update is going to be the 10.0.5 content update, and it is coming on January the 24th. Why is this one important? Well, it only includes one of the most popular mechanics in World of Warcraft that we don't have yet in Dragonflight. Can you guess what that is? No? Well, it's the Creation Catalyst. What is the Creation Catalyst, you say? It is the way to get tier gear. Now, we've had some people asking in the comments in previous videos, how do we get tier gear other than doing raids? And this is going to be the way you get it. You wait until January 24th. What more can I say? What I can say is that we have recorded some video here. I actually went back to Zereth Mortis. Anybody remember where that is? That is in Shadowlands. This was the last place that we got to use the Creation Catalyst. If you've never been to Zereth Mortis, you're missing out. It's a beautiful area, very well designed, especially if you like this naturey, tropical type of style. I really love it over here. If you go to the other side of the island, you get a little more deserty over here. Not really my vibe, but it does look very good. Anyways, over here in Zereth Mortis, you do have this building, and inside of this building, you do have this console called the Creation Catalyst. So we don't have this currently in Dragonflight. They like to push it back a little bit so that way people don't get their full tier bonus right away, which is technically good for the game, even though obviously if you ask 10 people if they would like to have their full set bonus right away, 10 of them will tell you yes. We have the Creation Catalyst here. If you've seen this screen, is very familiar to upgrading your Mythic and your rated PvP gear. This screen is very similar in that you put one piece of gear in this side, boom, comes out the other side as something different, and you're going to do the same thing here with the Creation Catalyst in tier hold is where it's going to be, is you're going to put in your Mythic gear in here or your rated PvP gear in here, and you're going to use your charges, and it's going to pop out a piece of tier gear on the other side. So if we look at our character here, say, for example, we wanted tier shoulders, because I don't have them yet on this character, we would plug our these non-tier shoulders in, excuse me, and it would pop out as tier shoulders on the other side. Now, one very good thing about this system that we know about coming in for Dragonflight that we did not have in Shadowlands is that it's going to be very alt-friendly. And that means there's no currency that you have to farm up or resource that you have to farm up in order to use a Creation Catalyst this time around. It's actually just going to be on a weekly quest system. So you're going to do your weekly quest, and what's going to happen is it's going to grant you one charge of the Creation Catalyst. But the upside here is that that one charge carries over onto all of your alts too. So not only does your main character get +1 charge, all of your alts are going to get +1 charge also. And you can bank these up on your alts, and you'll be able to get +4, which means you'll have your full 4 set bonus for all of your alts ASAP. And that's huge, especially considering how alt unfriendly the game has been previously. This is a huge change in the right direction for making it feel good to be able to play alts and get your tier set bonuses right away on your alts and not have to fiddle around and feel like you're running into a brick wall repeatedly and being punished for playing new classes. Now, this is not only used for set bonuses. Now, if you've been playing the game long enough, you know that it's always the same pieces of gear that are in the set bonus. You have the chest, you have the head, you have the gloves, you have the legs, and you have the shoulders. These are always the set pieces for the tiers. You have other pieces of gear, such as your boots, such as your belt, such as your back piece. These are never a part of the set and able to get your set bonus. But you can still plug your pieces into the Creation Catalyst if you've already got your full set going and you don't need to get any more for your bonuses. What you can do is plug, say, your back piece in your cape, and what it's going to do is it's going to spit out a new back piece, and it's going to have the transmog of the tier set. So normally, if you have your 4 pieces on for the set, it looks a little out of place from everything else, which isn't great, right? Because you want everything to look very uniform, or at least most people do. So now, once you've got your full bonuses, what you'll be able to do is plug in these other pieces, and it's going to give you a very nice looking full set of gear. If you're familiar with your collections tab, you go over to sets. You can see here what these full sets are going to look like depending on where you're getting them from. Also, the good thing about this is it shows you where these sets come from, so you know where to go farm them if there's any in here that you think are particularly cool looking. So that's the creation catalyst, guys. It's very simple. It doesn't get any easier than that. Bada bing, bada boom. You plug your piece of item in. It comes out as a piece of tier. Bob's your uncle. You got your 4-set bonus. Very, very simple stuff. Make it very friendly for the alts. They can get their 4-piece bonuses too. All we need is to get this into the game ASAP, and it is coming soon on January the 24th. Now, we do have another thing, and that is more updates coming. Now, this one in particular is going to be on February 1st. It's not coming on the January 24th update, but it does include the trading post. The trading post is something that they're adding to the game at the base level. That means it's not going away, and it's something that they can build on over time and in the future, which is good because that's something that's been missing from World of Warcraft for a long time. We need things in the game that are persistent, and we need things that we can look forward to over time. The expansion system obviously has, and the power system, the borrowed power system, has been bad for that. Where we get all this power, we get these items, we get these cool mechanics, we get these things, and then next expansion comes and boom, they're gone. That's not good. It doesn't feel good, right? This is something that's going to be added into the base level of the game. They're going to be at your main cities for Horde and Alliance. And what you'll be able to do is accrue points by doing things in the game that you're already doing naturally. This doesn't cost you anything extra. You just have to have your active subscription. And you're going to be able to use these points to get things that you couldn't normally get. We know that there's going to be transmogs. We know that there's going to be mounts, maybe even battle pets. We know that they're going to be on a rotating system. So if you do miss something one week, it will come back in the future. And we also know that you'll be able to accrue points over time and maybe save up for when the big whammy thing comes that you really, really want. The important thing for this is that it currently doesn't have any gacha mechanics to it that we know of, and we need to hope that Blizzard can stay away from those things and not slip in things like, oh, $4.99, you can have a pack of 2,000 points and something like that. Ultimately, that doesn't feel good for anybody. It creates a little bit of FOMO, and that's kind of like the stuff that we need to get away from just in gaming in general. They're bad for the whole ecosystem. So that'll be coming soon. We want to look out for that coming in February 1st. We also have another event coming into the game. This is for Dragonflight specifically, and it's going to be the Primal Storms event, the Storm's Fury. We know that in the Primalist future, or the Primalist tomorrow, there are NPCs in there, and there's stuff that you can fight. We do know that the Trial of Elements is in there, but there's not much to do there. It kind of just exists, and we stare at it, and we wonder why it's there. Well, now we'll have a reason to go in there. If you don't know where this is, we're going to take a look here real quick. We'll go to our map, and we'll zoom out, back to Azeroth, Dragon Isles, Thaldraszus. And if we scroll down here, we have the Temporal Conflux. So if you did through the whole campaign, you will know what this area is like and how to get here. There's a portal on this middle platform, and it'll teleport you to the Primalist tomorrow, or the Primalist future. And while there's nothing to do there currently, it looks like this is what we're going to be looking forward to in the future for this patch. We do know that you go in there and you kill the mobs. The event's going to spin up every 5 hours, and you're going to collect a currency that is called Essence of the Storm. We don't know exactly what we're going to be able to use this on, but we do know that it's going to be rewards like the Skyskin Hornstrider mount or the Time Lost Pet. Hopefully there's gear associated with it. Here's my hopes, I'll tell you. Hopefully there is gear associated with it. I don't expect it to be gear relevant to people who have been leveling their characters this whole time. But I do hope that the Essence of the Storm currency is account-wide, and you'll be able to use it to gear up your alts. That is what I hope. Also, this is a far, far, far stretch. But maybe you'll be able to use the Essence of the Storm gear, if it exists, in the Creation Catalyst. Generally, it's only Mythic Plus gear and rated PvP gear, but there have been systems that they've had in the past, I believe in Shadowlands it was, where they had special event gear that could be used in the Creation Catalyst. So maybe that's what this is going to be. We don't know. We can only wait and see. Last but not least, we have Ready to Wear, which is going to be another Transmog update. So currently, we do have white and gray quality gear. If you equip them, you do not get the Transmogs for them. That is changing. You will be able to get these things BOE, Bind on Equip, which means you can buy them from the auction house if you want these Transmogs. And when you equip them, they will be added to your collection, and then you can dispose of them accordingly. These are normally like very basic items like quirky hats, robes, things like that, fishing gear, stuff to really make your character look unique and different. If you're in the Transmogs, that stuff's very, very important. If you're not in Transmogs, well, that's not for you, I guess, huh? That's all we have, guys. It doesn't sound like a lot, but the Creation Catalyst is one of the most important things that we that we get in the game in terms of gearing up our characters. It's very important, and it's something that everybody can use because you get to do it on your ults. Hopefully, these other events turn out to be good, and hopefully, we continue to get some really good class balancing going in the future. I do like the way that Blizzard has been balancing these classes little by little in each direction. I know some classes feel like they're not getting a lot of love. I know that Resto Shamans are not feeling very good right now. Disc Priest is not in an amazing spot, and there's a couple of others out there. But we're, in the grand scheme of things, the way that they're balancing little by little tweaks to get everything in line is a better system than making big sweeping buffs and nerfs and then having to adjust later on down the road for those things. Get it all right now. Little tweaks, little tweaks, little tweaks. Get it all in the correct spot. And eventually, it'll be a lot easier to balance in the future, which is what we're looking for right now, is building a really good base in Dragonflight to build on in the future for World of Warcraft. Can we do it? Nobody knows. All we can do is be along for the ride, right, guys? Again, I appreciate everybody for hanging out, making these videos, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm playing the game, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm leveling up multiple characters, which is not something that I can normally find the time to do in World of Warcraft, but I'm having a lot of fun in Dragonflight, and leveling up ults definitely seems like it's worth it right now, and I hope it stays that way. I hope that Blizzard keeps moving in the direction that they're going, and we keep getting good content here in the future. Anybody has any recommendations on ways to level their ults? Let me hear them down in the comments. If you think that this stuff is going to be good, let me know. Bad, let me know. Let me know. Guys, hey, hit the like, hit the follow. Find me on Twitch. Find me on Twitter. I'll see you guys later. Adios, muchachos.